If somebody has a terminal cancer and they're urine vaccinating once a day, they will live on.
Wow.
They will live on. You don't have to do medical supervision. What we do is we teach people how to do it so they can do it at home. What you're doing is you're taking all of those antigens, right, or it's antigens, I think, is the response to the antibodies that come out in your urine, and then as soon as you inject that back into you, especially it's into your fat tissue, it has to go into your fat tissue, like in your butt. What happens is your body goes, oh, that's what we're dealing with. It tightens the feedback loop. By the way, the most powerful vaccine of all.
I'm the wealthiest hippie on earth. I probably am. But I've made more money than most anybody's made in their life. Chocolate lines up planetarily with the sun. Chocolate is an octave of sun energy. It's the energy of the center of the sun. It's a male energy that comes down off the sun, and it actually, out of all the plants, the cacao is right on line, target of the center of the sun, which we call in our body the heart. And actually, cacao is right up with the center of the sun, which is the center of the heart, which is called the sacred heart. In terms of planetary alchemy, what you want to use to balance off the cacao, because it's an alchemical process, you need something that's coming up with the earth force, or we call it the ormus, an energy that moves out of the earth towards the sun. That's ormus. If you become loaded with ormus, all the cosmic energies come right into you, because it wants to mate with you. Mushroom spores have been found at every altitude of the earth, because they can levitate off the planet, because they're surrounded by a shell of ormus, which actually is trying to get to the center of the sun. Occasionally, it gets slingshotted right off the center of the sun and gets propelled out into the atmosphere, into the solar system, and then eventually gets slingshotted out across the galaxy, like the way we do our satellites. Again, gravity is not intrinsic to matter. That Carl Sagan idea that was sold to us on Cosmos, on PBS, was sold to us deliberately to actually confuse us. And just so you know that, there's people who've known that gravity is a force that can be displaced. There's people who've known that since the 50s or even earlier than that. But by screwing up or confusing our mind about these things and giving us incorrect theories, we were brainwashed into a totally different belief system. That is, gravity is intrinsic to all matter. We're fighting gravity. We have to push our way through gravity to launch a craft up into outer space and all this nonsense.
You know, you can gauge someone's commitment to truth and justice and beauty and love by their openness to flat Earth.
Londinium is actually 12 feet below the city of London. Why is it down there? How come it's not up there? Or how come it's not at the same level as us? And the reason is because the Earth is growing. The reason why the oceans are salty is that's what's needed to hold the water onto the Earth. If that didn't happen, the water would levitate right off the Earth. That'd be the end of it.
You know, you don't learn about the kumbhaka. You don't learn about the systems of breathing, the yoga pranayamas that can get you to breatharianism, where you can take one breath an hour. That book teaches it.
Nothing extends life longer than charcoal.
3.5 hours of inversions a day will cure you of anything and turn you into an immortal.
In Chod we trust. Hit subscribe now, that's a must. Chod Munch. Let's go. Sit back, unwind, I expose the fakes every single time. Yeah, you know what I came to do. We gon' share and laugh at every single fool. Now, hop in the driver's seat. Come witness the masterpiece. Got these fakes all mad at me. Be real or you got to leave. Psychic liars, fake gurus. So crazy, must be cuckoo. Guarantee you gon' laugh a bunch. Here with the Chod Munch.